Alrighty. Hope y'all are having a great day. Today we got some push, which entails good old chest, triceps, and shoulders. Now, on the agenda, I'm going to start out with some barbell bench press. Almost said dumbbell. Always start out with that on my first chest day, and I kind of always start out with incline barbell bench on my second chest day, so that would be the chest, back, and shoulders day. However, for the rest of the workout, I might be switching it up a little bit. In the past, however many months or whatnot, I haven't really switched up the workouts I do for my first push day or just my first chest day, I guess, but also triceps and shoulders. So we're not going to change up the barbell bench, but following that, we might do some different variation of incline or pec deck, depending on what's available. Oh geez, my hair's quite the mess. And then as for triceps and shoulders, I normally do single arm tricep pushdowns a lot, kind of like I said in my arm video, how I really enjoy doing single arm tricep pushdowns are like one of my favorite, and they work effectively, but I've done them a lot. And while it's still important to obviously just have that high intensity and progressive overload, and that way, not shocking the muscle, but just overloading it, you should also be changing, at least in my opinion, you should change the workout up every now and again. That way you're exposing your muscles, and while you're still using the same muscle, you are working it slightly differently than it's used to. So you can maybe change up some of the tricep workouts. And then as for shoulders, I think we're going to do cable lateral raises still. As this is kind of going on back on what I just said, but cable lateral raises are the GOAT of shoulder exercises, in my opinion. They are unbeaten. They just work so well. So I think that's what it's going to be. But I might do this for some of the other days to come. We'll see. Like I've also said before, I'm a little stubborn when it comes to changing things. I don't often like to change what workouts I'm doing. I just up the weight and the intensity, which has been working for me so far, and I'll probably continue to do that. So if I change more, we'll see. If not, oh well. But that's all I got. So let's get in there and have a great push day. To start out this amazing push day, we got some barbell bench press. Now, barbell bench press has kind of been a staple for my chest day for a while, and technically this is also just had a Sprite Zero. This is technically the start of like my split. I usually start with a push day. I just started recording on my leg day, so that's why this is like the last video before it loops. But bench here went pretty good, and I'm happy with the weight I was moving, and just sticking to the form, making sure everything's going well. It's been kind of bumpy road with bench, especially when I first started lifting. I would get like not severe, but like chest pain. So any progress with bench is great, and that chest pain's gone away now that I'm more experienced in lifting. So happy with how it went today. Next up, we've got some incline machine press, and I love this machine. This is probably one of my favorite machines. I think it's one of the best machines for like pec growth. And if you have it at your gym, I'd recommend you be doing it. Now, obviously, I'm not like a super experienced lifter. I've been lifting for about, it'd be about 3.5, 4 years now. And I'm just like going based off of what I know and what I've learned. But started off here getting 6 reps. Was going for 8 for all those. Pushed as hard as I could. Couldn't quite get 8. And that's okay as long as you're pushing and working really hard. Following that up, we got some tricep pushdowns. I decided to go with both arms rather than single, just to mix it up a little bit, like I said I would, and try some other stuff. And I did my best to stay as strict as I could here with my form, because in the past I tend to like bring my elbows up, and I definitely didn't want that to be happening. So I stayed as strict as I could with my form. I was moving pretty good weight, pretty proud of myself. I did drop to 7 reps on the second set, but I was managed to come back and hit that 8 by the last one. And then as for dips are not my favorite exercise. I just figured I would try them out since they're a body weight one. And I actually only got 6. In my last set, I know it says it's going to pop up and say that I did 5 reps at body weight, but I actually had like 15 kilos pushing against me. Although, like the platform, whenever I would go down and come back up, it wouldn't keep up with me going up. So those were just okay. I probably won't do those too often. Then the camera angle for this was a little awkward. I kind of just put it in the most out of the way spot I could, which in turn kind of gave me a not great angle for these rear delt flies. And for the rear delt flies, I like to sort of figure out a weight where I can do a lot of reps and still, have it be heavy enough. Because for me, rear delts are something that don't need to be trained at a super heavy weight. I would rather do like a few more reps, like 2, 3 more reps at a slightly lower weight than go at a high weight for them. It's just personal preference. Whether that's the most optimal or not, I don't know. It's just what I've found out feels best for me. So I believe I do 50 kilos for all of my sets for 8. So next time I could probably move up a little more, and I should be focusing on getting those extra few reps in as well. And then for these cable lateral raises, started way too heavy. I know I said I was gonna go lighter and whatever, but I've been stuck at like 10 kilos for a while now. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta try moving up weight. But going 11.25 kilos was just too heavy for me. And I only got 5 for my first set on each arm. So definitely need to go back a bit. I know I can lower the weight by like 0.625. So I'll probably have to do that next time. So yeah, that's my takeaway from these is I started way too heavy on these. Gonna start a little lighter next time, see how it goes, and just really focus on making sure I'm getting that good form. And I'm also kind of like using momentum a little bit here. So I want to not be doing that for my last 2. I moved it back down to 10 kilos, and I definitely avoided using momentum as much as I was here. And yeah. And as for posing, I actually was really happy with how posing went today. Thankfully, the locker room was empty because I try to be as respectful as I can. And if I can avoid getting people in it, you know, the better, just in case they don't want to be recorded. So it was a pretty empty locker room. And lighting was great. Obviously, for my posing, I lowered the brightness on my recording. So this is obviously not the normal lighting. You got to have that lighting to make it look better. But I liked how it went working on the smiling and my posing. I felt the pump was feeling really good. I was really happy with how this workout went. And overall, I think my posing's slowly going to get better as I keep working on it, keep practicing. I have a little problem rotating my arm when I'm doing these tricep, like, flexing poses. It kind of hurts my shoulder to rotate it sometimes. As you can see, I'm kind of working, trying to hold it in different ways. But yeah, overall, pretty great chest day. Really happy with how it turned out. And I'll see you guys back at my apartment. Alrighty, all done with it. Oh yeah, my mic. I just had to make sure my mic was plugged in. All done with a pretty good chest day, I'd like to say. Excuse me, throat's a little dry. I think it went pretty well. A lot recently, I've been focusing on making sure I'm keeping my butt more on the bench with my bench press. And I believe on my 5th rep of bench, I didn't quite hit my chest. And I'm actually watching it back right now, and it kind of looks like I'm not, but I promise you, I am making sure the bar touches my chest before coming back up as a proper form, except for that one that I'm calling out now. I think it was one before my last rep, whether that had been the failed rep or whatnot, that I had actually ended up failing. But besides that, chest was pretty good. I definitely feel like I did better at slowing down. I lowered some of the weight a bit and kind of reassessed where I was at. Well, I'm actually just gonna set that down and kind of reassess where I was at in terms of weight and how I'm doing the workout to make sure I'm doing the best form and controlling the lifts. I think I really took a step up in that for this muscle group today. And overall, I think it went good. I think the change in the variety was good too. Dips were a bit hard for me. Honestly, I've lost weight, obviously, since bulking. I'm not where I want to be yet, obviously, which is why I'm still cutting. But dips were harder for me than I expected. So I could expect myself to sort of work on more body weight exercises in the near future now that I'm cutting and wanting to be able to perform more body weight exercises. So maybe in my back days, I'll throw in some pull-ups or something. We'll have to see how that goes. But besides that, excuse me, everything went pretty well. I felt like posing went a lot better too. I also need to work on smiling while I'm posing, and while it might look weird in video, I mean, on stage, you gotta be smiling. I don't, actually, in my research of kind of watching the posing and how to do it properly, I gotta see like if you're legitimately supposed to smile, because I feel like in most of the things I watch, they are smiling. I believe you're supposed to smile for it all, but I could be wrong. I don't know enough. That's why I got to do my research. But other than that, I would give this chest day a solid 8. While it was good, that's like, it was good. Like, it's not going higher than good. So definitely can still be better. I think barbell bench is probably where I got it, which is why I addressed it first. But I think that's where my priorities are going to lie for improvement. So, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video and have an amazing rest of your day.